Om Shanti. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. One religion, one kingdom. Just as it is said of the Golden Aged Kingdom that there is one kingdom and one religion, in the same way, in self-sovereignty, there should now be one king, that everything should function according to your directions. Your mind should not function on its own directions. Your intellect should not fluctuate in its power of discrimination. Your sanskaras should not make you, the soul, dance. It could then be said that you have one religion, one kingdom. Imbibe such controlling power. This is the means of unlimited service. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 23. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Today's topic: one religion, one kingdom. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone is okay. Heart is happy. Lightness, no heaviness. Right? All that is most important at present time, right? There are certain things which are very incognito, but they spread very fast. And that is our attitude and our vibrations. Nobody will notice attitude, but there are the vibrations from the attitude. Vibrations are from the thoughts, but also from attitude. So never hold anything for anyone in your mind. Never. This one is like that, or this one is like that. Thinking of someone's past. It's very subtle, right? But it has quite a impact. Not only on my stage, it's a big impact also in atmosphere. And as I mentioned, that atmosphere has lot to do with vibrations, in the sense that those who come is the atmosphere which not only touches them, but when I was listening to the song in meditation, I was able to experience every word. And then I realized that there are many, many souls, they don't experience, right? So that means when you are stage, your feelings are good. Your capacity to increases, your capacity to experience increases. There is contentment when I could experience, right? Even for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But if we sit for 1 hour, still I'm not experiencing. And it's okay to sometimes if you are not able to experience in silence, you can do it through music, through song, whatever way. But it's very important to feel that I am full, and that happens only when there is experience. There is joy, happiness in experience. You feel your strength when there is experience. If there is no experience, you don't feel any strong. Lot of weak thoughts. So you feel very good and okay if you could experience. But then what is there that doesn't allow me to experience? It's very, very important that I could experience Baba's love. I could experience joy, or as Dadi Janki mentioned, that the main happiness when we sit and share the points of knowledge. Because daddies had nothing to do, right? Not in the sense, will they take care of everything? But whenever they sit, they will first share something, what Baba said, or something about dharna. They used to call it ruh rehan, spiritual chit chat. These days, there is no spiritual chit chat. Mm. I ask many, do you get it? Few minutes to sit and have spiritual chit chat? Mm. In name of service, in name of karma yoga, whatever. Mm. But we miss certain things. So when we were listening to about Didi Mohini, that's what Dadi Janki said. And I still remember that they will share notes with each other. Whenever they sit together, they will only, of course, whatever they have to do and talk. But first they will have spiritual chit chat. So the relationships are not only task oriented, which it is today, mostly. Mm. I know so many get turned off by saying, I'm only told what to do, right? I'm only told what to do. But if we can spend even few minutes for uh, just one point, have a spiritual chit chat. I think if we don't change with the time and create this kind of sustenance, service will not increase. If we want expansion in a very natural way, it's only possible when there is the atmosphere of spirituality, atmosphere of spiritual love, atmosphere of one family. All this definitely help new students to feel that, and then they belong to Baba, and automatically family grows, So thinking about those days when dadis were here, someone asked that all of us, how are we spiritually born? And why we don't have souls like us who surrender these days? Very few. Mm. We want hands, but from where they will be created? Mm. So look at what we can do, which is help us also in our spiritual efforts, but also create air souls, cooperative souls. Mm. It's, I think we have to pay attention to our attitude, our vibrations, our interaction with others. So, homework which Baba is giving us is one religion and one kingdom, not divided kingdom, one kingdom. Just as it is said of the golden age kingdom, that there is one kingdom, one religion, in the same way in the self-sovereignty. It's not kingdom Baba talking about in the world, but your self-sovereignty. There should now be one king, that everything should function according to your direction. It's like yesterday, no? Baba said, Karamanhar, you are the king, and all other subtle powers, mind, intellect, sanskars, and your organs are your workers, your servers. So they should, through your signal, understand everything. So many times I say, I was not planning to talk about it, but it just happened, no? Many times we say, oh, that's not I intended to do, but it happened. Mm. So that means they go beyond the direction. So Baba says that in self-sovereignty there should now be one king, that everything should function according to your directions. So Baba says that your mind should not react in its own mm, directions, should not function in its own direction. Your intellect should not function in its power of discrimination. Your intellect should not function in the power of discrimination. Your sanskars should not make you the soul dance. Sanskars make the soul dance. Very interesting to watch. Does it happen? Sanskars, my sanskar make the soul dance. It could even be said that you have one religion, one kingdom. So imbibe such controlling power. This is the means. This is the means of unlimited service. Mm. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Happy and healthy. Everything's good. Few spirit points have come up, but thinking of the dadis sharing their notebooks and what they would have taken in class is a kind of a nice image for me to see the dadis as students also, what was said and how they put those down. And it reminds me of early Harmony House Friday nights, where we have yoga, chit chats, and dinner, and sit around and what came up in the week, how we applied things. Times change and situations, but I'm thinking how important that was for the atmosphere and the vibration and the understanding of where we were, and made it a little easier, I think, for the center operation.
Yes, yeah, I had forgotten about it. You're reminding us. I remember Friday evening we used to sit, and now everyone is is different completely, right?
It's a different time, yeah.
But it's important though. You know, when I came in Gyan, Didi used to say every night we used to sit. Every night we have to sit from 9 to 9:30, then do meditation and sleep like family together. But now everyone eats at their own time, they do things at their own. There is that togetherness, which I think is very important because as recently a situation happened and I had been thinking about it that if we look at center as sacred space, then what should be our sanskars there? No anger, no speaking loudly, no conflict, saying things to each other which are not pleasant, because that's not from where service will happen, no.
Hmm.
Because if we really want really quality souls in the sense of heirs and cooperative and surrender type, then we have to create that kind of atmosphere so that such souls can come. It's not we have to keep telling them come, but they automatically come forward. So even if time is changed, but we have to bring the time, bring certain things in our all over uh, at the centers, which can help us and also new students to get proper sustenance. Because these days there is no time, everyone is busy. So they listen to Murli or do some bhakti, but that proper sustenance is when we ourselves sustain in a proper way, then it can continue, right?
Hmm. So it sounds like the atmosphere and the vibration that we create is the vibration that kind of attracts like kind. And so if if
They
we're,
will, those who come, they have to experience,
yeah.
I was mentioning before that experience is something very important. And that kind of will pull the souls and take them in ascending degrees. And I think wonders can happen if we pay attention, even if one situation happens. But after that, I had been really thinking what is important in our lives is to, as Baba had been talking a lot about anger these days, right?
Hmm.
That so our sweetness, our calmness, not being pressurized or forceful. I mean, all these things are kind of we're not paying that much attention as we should. It should be very subtle, beautiful vibrations. So anyone comes, that experience is there. And I think we are looking forward for such a beautiful family, right? Mm.
That's what everybody's looking for. If I'm reading the Avyakti point, there are two powers that we can use for that: power of discrimination and controlling power. If those are the ones that help us in creating that atmosphere and vibration today and whatever, are there methods or routines or certain ways that someone could practice, kind of strengthening the mind and the intellect to develop those powers?
I think some of the important things, first important thing is, of course, what is subtle, invisible are vibrations and attitude.
Mm.
But we should have a spiritual smile on our face. Because when you say Om Shanti, it's like in a way you look at the soul as a soul and say Om Shanti properly. I think that we should remember that whatever way I do it, is automatically others are learning. Because many souls say, but what do I learn from my instrument? In the sense of instrument is busy, is in actions, but others are looking for maybe 10 minutes chit chat, maybe just even say Om Shanti in a beautiful way.
Hmm.
All they are disappearing because we are doing service, service, service. But when I look at Baba, I say service is Baba's service, right? And we have to do it, but we shouldn't lose all that, what richness we had in our culture, Brahmin culture. It's everything is now gross, no? Gross, nothing is really which could be more spiritual and subtle. All over, I am just thinking that suddenly any serious situation can happen anywhere if we do not create that kind of powerful vibrations. Sanskars keep emerging, conflict of sanskar. I mean, it always happened, but some or other we need to pay more attention to that.
How do you see that transition? Baba has said that today that we're going to be doing unlimited service. If I've heard right, that it's going to be through the power of the mind. And so that transition from running around busy doing the service that the world is needing now and ourselves moving into creating that atmosphere, that vibration kind of throughout the world so that other souls will have the experience. What would be that process of transformation? I don't think we can drop anything that we're doing necessarily, but
Mm.
somehow we will be transitioning into that ability to just have that remembrance and set up that vibration and unlimited service.
Yeah, because if we have to serve whole world, then as Dadi Janki said, it's not through words, right?
Yeah.
It has to be through our, vibrations. And I think it's somewhere we need to pay attention. I think everyone has to begin with the self, right? And if I do it, then I create that, then others will do it, and it will be the chain of change and transformation can happen. Maybe there will be time that we won't be able to do much service externally, but I think message has to be given definitely,
Okay.
and our activities will continue. But internally, there should be more attention on self-sovereignty, in which Baba said controlling power or power to discern. So I think that maybe we should have a get together to discuss about how we can start doing that in our personal life and also at service places. No?
Well, subtle service, creating the atmosphere of experience could be a topic for each center or communities or small groups. We used to have what? They weren't service groups, but they were little communities that could talk with each other about these things. Because I'm thinking some of the Avyakt Parivar um, individuals are not able to have a conversation in person all the time. So, what might be possible for them, or would they just need to be able to listen and be a part and practice everything that they hear in the evenings?
Mm, yeah, we will think about it more and plan and start doing it. And it will empower us and also, you know, I think it's necessary, it's needed.
Yeah. I will make a little confession that I do better in listening and taking notes when I have something to share, a program in the evening or a workshop or whatever it's going to be. And if I would kind of think that for the others, that if we had a chance to share our notes, then we would take better notes and we would be able to focus more on that. And that might be attentive. If we just take our notes and close the book and we don't look at them and we don't talk to anybody, um, that's not the best way to study and grow.
Daddies, they never had diaries like our diaries. They had something, they can pull the pages, right?
Okay.
So they write in the morning in a very good hand, and then they pull those pages and send it. Like when I was in London with Dadi Janki, She used to go this kind of so many pages from Shantamani Dadi. Regularly it will come. And Dadi used to enjoy reading that to us at 4 o'clock. We all have to come in the living room. There will be tea. Jayanti Ben's mother, Rajni Ben, will make, and then Dadi will read those notes. It was such a beautiful time together. I hope we could do that. At least I am feeling so much need that we can also. It
Yeah.
could keep our, light and joyful and kind of feeling constantly progressing, ascending, and feeling like whatever Baba wants us to do, we are doing it. Instead of only either we do yoga bhattis or we do, you know,
Hmm.
karma yoga or service and mm,
Yeah. The ability to chit chat about the Murleys and the classes, and stay focused on those topics if they can, is very nice.
you must have noticed after Murli when there is 15-20 minutes of sharing revision, no? It seems like everyone feels very happy to share and we also know what have been understood and
Hmm.
what needs more clarification.
It's good. I'm going to switch topics if I've got a couple of more minutes. There were a couple sentences in the Murley today that really stood out to me. And maybe there's another story or something going on. But I want to share what Baba said in the Murley today, because the kind of the questions that he responded didn't seem to be normal or typical. And Murley, it was, don't think that your remembrance reaches Baba anyway. What would Baba do with that? If you remember Baba, you will become pure. What does Baba have to do with that? Would Baba say, well done to you? Many children say, I constantly remember the Father. Who else do I have to remember him? They continue to tell lies in this way. So, so
No,
it,
sometimes, oh, I am Baba's child anyway, in
yeah,
the sense of, but to take power, to invoke Baba, to enlighten my intellect, or as Baba said, burning the past sanskars, and also becoming Satopradhan. I mean, all that will happen when I must say active remembrance, not just take it for granted. I am in remembrance anyway.
yeah.
So I think that what Baba is inspiring us to occupy also our thoughts in remembrance and then see how the quality changes, vibration change, and so many things. That is where Mansa Seva can happen too, because when the power increases in the thoughts, then every thought will serve, right? And this is what is needed this time.
Well,
Yeah, Baba, it's not Baba gets anything.
that's
But
right.
I think that Baba feels the pull and Baba likes it to be with that soul. But that's also good, no? Even if he says, yeah, there is no help, but there's a lot of help.
So,
Mm.
very good. All
Okay.
right. Well, thank you
Oh,
so much again.
yeah. Okay. Nice, Brother Eric. Om
Okay.
Shanti.